Hey guys, it's Jesse with J&J Outdoors. Today I'm going to go over something with you guys about the SKS with the Tapco magazines. But what I'm wanting to do is, these magazines are great, but the bolt with the SKS was not set up for this magazine. So what the problem with that is, say this is a loaded magazine and you go to load, it won't go in because the bottom of that bolt is set up for the 10 round fixed magazine. It has grooves cut in it to slide perfectly on that 10 round fixed magazine. So what you have to do is you got to do a little bit of modifications to your SKS bolt. And for the bolt, for the magazine to be able to lock in, whether the bolt is in battery or locked back. Right now, the only thing that I can do is to load, say there's a round chambered right now, which there isn't. The only thing I can do, if this was a loaded magazine and I had a round chambered or a jam, what have you, I have to put the magazine in, pull back, and then we're ready to rock. So that's kind of where I'm at with the Tapco magazines. I really like them, they're reliable, they feed good. So I'm gonna do a little bit of modifications. And a side note, I just noticed bringing out the SKS today, these NC Stars cleaning rod is already broke. I'll go over a couple of the specifics of my SKS. This one, I think, wherever this rifle came from, I really believe this was one of those buy 5 get 1 rifle deals from an online store, because I think every part on this rifle is a different serial number. You can see the dust cover here is, I don't even know what's up with that. It works. So there's some really pretty SKSs out there. I really like those, but for the price of this one, just it being a beat up piece of junk but runs 100%, I couldn't pass up the deal. I will go ahead and show you guys just a little bit more of what I'm talking about and what the job is that I'm going to do. Say we have 3 rounds in the magazine, we want to top off a fresh mag. I have the Tapco magazine release here. It's just an enhanced magazine release. It's pretty nifty. It's not that big of a deal. I don't see a big difference in it. But say we have 3 rounds and we're wanting to do a quick reload, throw in a fresh magazine. That bolt is holding on to the magazine. The only way, once again, I have to do this number to get the magazine out. Same thing with loading it. That bolt is blocking the magazine, so I have to, and then a fresh round's in. So you can see where this can kind of cause problems in many different scenarios and situations where this could become a problem. I'm going to try to knock this out myself with a Dremel and see if I can just get the lips on that bolt ground down. So now we'll get a close-up of the firearm and I'll go into detail what I'm going to be doing to the bolt. And it's not in the best of shape. It's got a bit of rust on it, beats and bangs on it. That's a funky dust cover there. I'm not even sure what's up with that. Take out the magazine. It's kind of hard to. Go ahead and take our bolt cover off. Take off our recoil spring, our bolt carrier. And here's our bolt. Now some of you guys that are going to be doing this can take the ejector out by just knocking this pin out right here, and that'll get your ejector out of the way. All we're doing is removing this surface right here. and then on this side. So right here we have the magazine. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. This is the bottom of your SKS, and when you go to put in your Tapco magazine, it's not going in because of this lip. This is set up for the 10-round fixed magazine. So when you go to load your Tapco mag, it's hitting right here. That's why you have to lock it back, put the magazine in, and then your bolt will feed. And once it's locked in the battery, it's stuck until you either fire the last round, lock the bolt to the rear, or you pull the bolt carrier back to the rear, hold it, and then drop your mag. So I'll go ahead and get in. All we're doing is removing this surface from here to here. Just this one part that's sticking up right there. Then on this side, all you're removing is this part. You don't want to go too high. There's another level right here. You don't want to get into that. And you don't want to go too deep on this side. So we'll go ahead and get our Dremel out and we'll get to work. Alright guys, here we have on safety glasses. All we're doing is smoothing out this lip on the bolt. So we'll go ahead and get started. I know some guys are going to say, why would you do that to your bolt? Why would you ruin a perfectly functioning firearm? Like I said, every part is different on this firearm. If I had all matching numbers SKS, I wouldn't dare do this. But the condition that my rifle's in, if this will make it function or improve it in any way, I'm going to try it. If this doesn't work out, I'll just buy a new bolt. So I'll go ahead and get started. We'll add a little bit of water just to keep the metal cool. Alright, so here we have our bolt. It's been ground down. The lips on the sides of the bolt for the 10-round fixed magazine. Like I was saying, I bought this rifle and it was just all parted together. And it came with the Tapco Mag setup, and I don't have a 10-round fixed magazine for it. And those can be pretty pricey just because they're so reliable and they work so well. I figured if I'm going to be using the Tapco Mags, I want to be able to reload mags anytime I want. I don't want it to be the last round fired and then reload, or however. I really like to just be able to change the mags when I want. So I think this might work out well. So let's go ahead and put it in the rifle and see how this works out. This took me about 30 minutes with a Dremel. If you have a real grinder and a vise, you're probably going to cut that time in half, possibly even more. Let's go ahead and put this in the rifle and see how it works with those Tapco Mags. functions. All right, friends, so now we got it to where we've ground down the lips on the bolt, and our Tapco magazines can be loaded regardless of the position of the bolt. I think this is going to be extremely helpful. Like we were talking about earlier, if you don't know how many rounds, you might have 2, you might have 5, you can just go ahead and throw in that fresh magazine. We got Memorial Day of 2015. I don't think it'd be much of a better way to remember those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our great country than to get outside and do a little bit of shooting. This weekend I'll do a video on the SKS, and we'll go over a little bit more of this rifle and how beat and banged up it is, and hopefully that grinding job we did on that bolt doesn't affect the functionality of this rifle one bit. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Subscribe and keep in touch with us, and we'll be making more videos. God bless America, and y'all stay safe.